What are the branches of information technology? How do computers communicate? And the differences between computer science and computer engineering. What is information technology? Information technology has to do with computers communicating with each other, storing data and retrieving data. So information technology has three main aspects: computers communicating with each other, computers being able to store information, and computers being able to retrieve information. We have a lot or many branches of information technology. We have artificial intelligence, we have software development, we have networking, we have cybersecurity, we have systems administration, we have so many of them. All right. So the question is, how do computers communicate? Human beings communicate with languages. If one speaks and the other can understand, we'll be able to respond as to the demand of whatever the person asks or said. How do computers communicate? Do they also have language that they speak? And do they have a mode that they transmit their language to each other? Yes, computers communicate with languages. But first they have to have some form of connection with each other so that they can communicate. And that is what we call networking or computer network. So we need to connect all these computers together first, so that they will have a mode of transmission of whatever information that it will be sending to the other. So it's either we do it by cable or by wireless technology. We need to connect these computers together, and that forms a network. Now we have two main types of networks. We have the local area network, which has to do with computers in a small area, like in our homes, in our offices, or a specific area. Then we have the wide area network, which has to do with connecting all the computers in the world together. We have a lot to talk about when we are talking about connecting all the computers in the world together. We have a lot of devices that need to help us to connect them together, like routers, servers, and so on. Now, the computers are connected together by cable or by wireless technology. What language do they speak to each other? Now, the computer uses binary form of communication. So the computer understands 0 and 1. And how does a computer use 0 and 1? To transfer information. In fact, in information technology, 0 means off and 1 means on. So for example, if we have a character, every character has its binary number. Like A, B, C, D, all of them, they have their binary number. And I'm just using this as an example. Let's say a character has 1101 8 bits. Okay, so every character can be represented with 8 bits. Like A has its own 8 bits, B has its own 8 bits. Let's say we have this character having these bits. the computer is an electronic device, all right, and it uses electricity. So it uses charges to send these signals. So with this one, it will send electronic charge, and it will send, when it gets to this point, it will send this also as electronic charge. When it gets to this 0, it will not send any charge. When it gets to this one, to send a charge through the network to that computer. When it gets to this 0, it doesn't send. When it gets to this one, it sends electronic charge through the network to that computer. And when it gets to this one, it will send electronic signal. When it gets to this 0, it doesn't send any electronic signal. So that's how that computer receiving this information or data receives those signals, electronic signals, and the computer is able to decode from the binary into the character whose binary was sent. And the computer actually sends millions of these binary bits in 1 second. So all the characters that you see on the computer, the numbers, the alphabet, even pictures, videos, are sent electronically with the zeros and ones. So that's how the computers are able to communicate with each other. So they use binary numbers and transmission of electronic charges to actually indicate the ones and the zeros. And they do this very fast so that they're able to compute millions of these in a second. All right. Now I want to talk about the other aspect of information technology. One of it that I want to talk about is cybersecurity. Today, when you meet young people, all that they ask you to help them or to teach them is hacking. And they have this passion for hacking, and the reason behind it, they are the ones that know. A lot of people want to be able to break into people's computers, organizations, networks, in order to access their information or steal data. So that's where cybersecurity is very important. In fact, to me, cybersecurity is the most important aspect of information technology, because of all the applications that we develop, the networks that we build, the data centers that we put up, and we don't have proper security protecting these systems. To me, they're just waste of time. So cybersecurity specialists are very important, to me the most important in all this IT equation. We need people to protect these systems. Now, we have IT specialists, cybersecurity specialists that are specialized in protecting networks or companies' networks. We have those that are specialized in protecting softwares. So when softwares are developed, they are the ones that assess everything, all the codings, all that are in there, to make sure that there's no error for any intruder to break into it. And that's why softwares are being updated continuously. So when there are any security threats that are detected, new patches are made or updates are made in order to fix those ones. That's why it's important that if you have applications on your phone, you should update them continuously as and when the updates come, because they might have found some vulnerabilities that they've solved. So cybersecurity is very important. In fact, hacking is just a little portion of cybersecurity. We have the red hat and so on. Cybersecurity specialists do so many things in order to protect companies' network. We have cybersecurity analysts. We have people that monitor the company's network systems to see if there are any intruders. In fact, one of the applications is Wireshark. It's able to detect all those users that are on our networks, and it will be able to also identify the suspicious ones that needs further interrogation. And we have cybersecurity auditors that are always monitoring company systems in order to detect all these unapproved intruders. When they detect them, they forward it to those ones that are specialized in handling those things. And there are a lot of things in there that I cannot talk about within this small time. I will talk about in another time. In fact, there's also this misunderstanding. There are people that are looking for the difference between computer science and computer engineering. Some of these young guys, when they are going to the university, so some of these young guys, when they are going to the university, they desire to do IT, but they don't know the difference between computer engineering and computer science. In fact, they are all aspects of IT, or they are all tech related. For computer science, it has more to do with the study of computers and computing. So it has more to do with the softwares or developing softwares for the computers and studying how they relate, or the softwares work on all these computers or systems. When you come to computer engineering, they also do development of application, but their main focus is on the computer hardware and design. So they do applications, or they develop applications to have the computer able to work. So that is their main task. So anyone that goes for computer engineering would also do software development. So basically that is it. All right, so I'll end this session now. If you need any explanation or better understanding, you have to contact us with our email, office@itagehome.com, or you can also go to our website, www.itagehome.com. Thank you.